Hollywood is forever remaking classic movies, isn't it? Oasis touring again, and all those old bands from the 90s. We love our nostalgia, don't we? Today, I'm at a place which takes nostalgia to another level. I'm in Norfolk, and this is Poppylands. It's a tea rooms, cafe, restaurant, all themed around the 1940s and leaning into sort of the Dad's Army TV show a little bit too. It's just cool. I haven't even stepped inside yet. I just love the outside. There's an unexploded bomb, there's air raid shelters, there's all sorts of stuff. Trolleys full of trunks that evacuees would have taken with them. Yeah, it's like stepping back in time, it really is. Now, hopefully, the menu is not going to be wartime rations. I don't want to be eating powdered egg and, you know, an ounce of cheese a week or whatever it was back then. I'm hoping to be well fed here today. The reviews online seem like this is a really good place. I just like the vibe of it. I just think it's cool. Absolutely cool. It's interesting because, yeah, we're getting to a stage now in time where people who actually sort of genuinely remember the 40s are getting few and far between, aren't they? Yeah, so it's nice that these people are keeping that era alive. There's loads of memorabilia inside, apparently. I'll try and get some shots of that now. Yeah, looking forward to this. Looking forward to this. Come on, let's get inside and find out what it's all about, shall we? Wow, this place really is like stepping back in time. It's incredible. You know, there's certain things in here that kind of remind me of like my grandma and granddad's best front room way back in the day. It's just really cool. Really cool. I don't think I've seen this many Union flags since I drove through Essex on the way here. That's a different story, obviously. Let's have a little look at this menu. Everything here kind of themed around wartime or Dad's Army or whatever, you know. So we have things like the Neville Chamberlain ham, egg and chips. Don't know where the names come from. I think I just randomly picked things from the wartime and assigned them. Lancaster bomber is your bangers and mash. Squadron leader corned beef hash. Yeah, loads of different stuff. Breakfast is served here till 11:30. You can get all sorts of different breakfasts there. What they call light rations, so kind of lunch things served from 11:30. Sandwiches, sort of lighter dishes, soups, jacket potatoes, that kind of thing. Just like Mother used to do. So you got bubble and squeak with bacon and fried egg. A suet pudding of the week. Some interesting sounding things on there. Then the officer's mess. You've got an all-day breakfast. Burger and chips. I'm not sure that's very wartime, to be honest with you. And then some dessert options too. Yeah. Lots of interesting things to choose from here, definitely. Music in the background is all sort of wartime classics from the 40s and whatever. Just adds to the atmosphere, adds to the vibe. Yeah, this is really, really tickling me. This is it's just like kind of stepping into a museum. It really is. It's just cool. So I'm going to get myself some food ordered, and we'll come back and see what I've got. So I ordered myself a pot of tea, and look at this. It comes with a character-based tea cozy. I think this is the German guy out of Dad's Army, isn't it? The one who was trying to get everyone's name. And Captain Manring says, "Don't tell him, Pike." That's really cool. So what have I got first up? We have what is known as the Squadron Leader. This is the corned beef hash. Corned beef, potato, onion, some peas in there, fried egg on the top, and it's served in this cool kind of like mess tin, which is great. For the look of it, you can't see it though. So I think I'm going to have to decant it onto this plate so you can take a better look. Okay, there we are. You can see a little bit better now, can't you? I've got to say, this place is incredibly popular. It's already filling up. I'm in the upstairs kind of area here. There's a downstairs cafe too. There's an outside seating area. It's popular, let me tell you. So, like I said, this is the Squadron Leader, the corned beef hash with the peas in there, the onions in there. Plenty of corned beef in there. Plenty. Fried egg here to go with it. And I've added a little bit of English mustard and a little bit of brown sauce. So let's try this corned beef first. And do you know what? That's exactly what I expected it to be. And it kind of is the most wartime thing I could think of on the menu here. That's a sort of British tinned corned beef. It's not what you Americans out there will know as corned beef. This is stuff that was preserved, tinned, and really popular in the UK, even up to about sort of 10, 20 years ago. I remember having it regularly as a kid. Came in a little sort of oblong-shaped tin. The little key on the bottom that went all the way around the outside, and then you had to try and somehow prise the corned beef out. And slice it up, put it in sandwiches with mustard or pickle or whatever. It's a tasty dish. The corned beef has been cooked up, got crispy little bits around the edges. Some crispier than others. Little cubed potatoes here. Obviously, like frozen peas in there. Chopped up red onion. It's been fried up with everything. A very simple dish, but it does bring back memories of my childhood. We would have corned beef hash as kids, using that tin corned beef. Like saute off some potatoes, put the beef in there, and say a little bit of onion. Simple, and reasonably economical dinner. Fried egg here on the top. There we go. Runny yolk. Let's get amongst some of that too. That's like egg and chips, isn't it? Do you know what? Yeah, greens. It's good. It is good. Try it with a bit of mustard. That really was. English mustard's got a real hot sharpness, hasn't it? And it works perfectly well with everything here. Let's try the brown sauce with the corned beef. Yeah, that's nice. A little bit of sweetness in the brown sauce. It's a good dish. This has cost me £10.95. A cup of tea, or pot of tea, as it is, on the side, served in these, like, very, very evocative of the era crockery. Just £1.95 for a pot of tea. It's good value, that. I'm enjoying this. Let's try it with some of the onion. Soft, well cooked through. The peas seem to be a mixture of regular frozen peas and petit pois. Possibly the one thing that's a little over. I like my peas to be really kind of fresh, sort of barely boiled, barely cooked. But I suppose, you know, in keeping with food of this era, you know, if we think about the way my nan used to cook veg, blimey, these are almost still frozen as far as her cookery went. You'd have a roast dinner on a Sunday, she'd be cooking the cabbage on a Thursday. Yeah, like I said, outside we all have a little dose of nostalgia. And that's what this dish is for me. A nostalgic hit of childhood, bygone times. Love it. Dessert time, and I've gone proper old school here. This is the kind of thing that would keep Harry Redknapp happy. Jam, roly-poly. A quintessentially British pudding, this. Basically it's a suet pudding. And you're going to roll it out, spread it with jam, and roll it up a bit like a Swiss roll. And then sort of steam it, bake it, however. And it creates this kind of suet sponge. Covering custard. In most things are better covered in custard, aren't they? And there we go. So obviously it'll be a little more dense than a sponge pudding would. Oh, looking forward to this. It's beautiful. It's got just enough like chew to the sponge. Gives it, you know, it's a bit more substantial than a regular sponge pudding would be. The jam running through it obviously lends a sweetness. And then you've got the custard on top of that. It's sweet again. Bit of moisture. It's a kind of pudding. On a cooler day than today, really got to sticks to your ribs and keeps the cold out. And it's perfect to go with a cup of rosy lee. Very, very tasty. I'm impressed. There's nothing fancy about what's on show here. The food is tasty, substantial, and very reasonably priced. This dessert, £5.95. I think that's really good. I'm going to say it's it's pre-made custard, bought-in custard. That doesn't matter. If I was having something like this around my nan's house, back in the day, it would have been bird's custard powder we'd have been using for that. That's as close to making custard as things got. No proper creme anglaise or anything like that. But that's good. That is good. I'm impressed with this place. Other people are clearly impressed with this place. I don't think I've ever been to a place to film a lunch it's dog friendly. I don't think I've ever been to a place where I'm not the one taking the most photographs around or taking the most shots on my phone, you know? Anyway, I'm going to finish this up before those two dogs kill each other. We're going to talk about it some more outside. Well, folks, what an absolute treat this has been. Do you know what? I mean, I love going to some of the sort of fancier places, seeing the real culinary skill on show. But sometimes there's nothing better than a good bit of comfort eating, and that's exactly what I've had here today. You can just tell I've got a great big grin on my face thinking about this place. Just love it. It's like a little time capsule. The way they've done it is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so this is Poppylands in Horsey. It's about, 10 miles up the coast from Great Yarmouth. And it's a cracking place. If you're ever in this sort of part of the world, anywhere in Norwich, the Norfolk Broads or whatever, come down and check this place out. A lot of people seem to be doing so. It's pretty busy. It's only the outside space that hasn't got people in it. And that's only because it's not the warmest day today. Lovely though. Absolutely lovely. Like a time capsule. Like I said, sitting in that room reminded me a little of being in my grandparents' best front room back in the day. The one you're only allowed into at Christmas. Really cool. Let's think about what I had to eat and the pricing of it. Got the receipt here. So, the tea, £1.95. Can't go wrong for that, can you? And I love the tea caddies. I saw in there they also had like Captain Mannering ones, Pike ones. I had the German officer from Dad's army, presumably hand knitted by somebody. Really, really cool. The corned beef hash, £10.95. Substantial meal. I like the little tray that it was presented in. Would have been fine to eat out of that had I not been doing it on camera, obviously. You wouldn't have seen a blooming thing. Hence decanting it on the plate. Flavours were good. Old school tinned corned beef. Little sauté potatoes, onions, peas, possibly a touch over. Added a little bit of mustard, added a little bit of brown sauce, and then the fried egg on the top with a runny yolk. Yeah, it's a good dish. Kind of stick to your ribs food. And talking of that, the dessert, the jam roly-poly, Harry Redknapp's favourite. £5.95 for that. with custard, 2 slices of it, a substantial pudding. And I'm calling it a pudding, not a dessert. Yeah. Overall, price paid, £18.85. Can't argue with it, can you? Cannot argue with it. It's good value. It's a little slice of history, little slice of nostalgia. And it's well worth seeking out if you're in this part of the world. Really cool. I've got to come up with a score for it. Like I say, just 1 or 2 little things like the peas being a touch over. But it's still a good 9 out of 10, isn't it? It's got to be. Especially at that kind of pricing. Maybe even a 9.5 out of 10. You choose. You tell me down below what you think I should be scoring this. You're all going to say 10, aren't you? You're going to say, come on, it's cheap, it's good. I'm going to say 9 to 9.5. Love it. There's a little shop here as well, actually, selling bits and bobs, some sort of 1940s kind of memorabilia, Spitfire kind of stuff, that kind of thing. So if you want to pop in, grab a sort of tea and a slice of cake and have a mooch around the shop, you can do. Yeah, just a cool place. Just a cool place. Right, so does it get Greeno's green light? Yeah, absolutely. Although, you know, wartime, shouldn't have the lights on, should you? Should be blackout. But underneath that blackout curtain, there is a green light, that's for sure. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. So where are you going to find me next? Don't know, but in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click a thumbs up on there, have a little look around the vault, subscribe to the channel, ding your bell for notifications, all that good stuff. Yeah, time to hit the road again. That's a long drive back to Dorset from here, mind. Jeez. Wish me luck. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.